well. Today we're gonna discuss important question for examination with answer. Our topic is national income and related aggregates. First is define macroeconomics. It is that part of economic theory which study the economy as a whole and its broad economic aggregate like national income, employment, price level, etc. That's what I have written here. Study the economy as a whole. Second question, distinguish between macro and micro. Microeconomics is the study of individual unit of an economy, whereas macroeconomics is the study of economy and its totality. That is macro, micro. Third is, what are the uses on national income accounting? It's not on, it should be off. What are the uses of national income accounting? First one is it reflects performance of the economy. Second is it indicates structural and sectorial changes sector-wise. Third is it shows how national income is shared among various factors of production. Fourth is it has several uses for economic policy and research. This I have mentioned here. Fourth is define GNP both at market price and factor cost, same as NNP at market price and factor cost. So I'm gonna explain GNP at market price. It is defined as market value of all the final goods and services produced in the domestic economy during an accounting year plus net factor income from abroad. Then NNP at market price. When depreciation is deducted from GNP at market price, we get NNP at market price. Depreciation is deducted from GNP at market price, we get NNP at market price. Now we're gonna discuss GNP at factor cost. When net indirect taxes is deducted from GNP at market price. Now we're gonna discuss NNP at factor cost. When depreciation is deducted from GNP at factor cost, we get NNP at factor cost. Now move on to the topic 5. What is depreciation? Fall in value of fixed asset due to normal wear and tear, as well as expected obsolescence. Technology get obsolete or machinery, anything get absolute with the passage of time, then it's called depreciation. Depreciation is also known as consumption of fixed capital. Now we move on to the sixth question. What are factor income? Here it is written its answer. Factor income are income received by factor of production for their contribution in the production process. Next question is, what are component of aggregate expenditure? I have written in a symbolical form. Here it is. GDP. How do we calculate national income? Through expenditure method. C plus I plus G plus X minus M, where C is private consumption expenditure by household, I is investment expenditure, G stands for government purchase of goods and services, and this bracket thing is export minus import. So this is a symbolically mentioned here, the component of aggregate expenditure. Now we move on to next question, that is 8. What is called green GDP? So as you can see here, green GDP, it's not GDP, green GNP is defined as GNP which would help attain a sustainable use of natural environment and equitable distribution of benefit of development. Means equitable distribution should be sustainable use as well as equitable distribution, then it is known as green GNP. Now we will move on to ninth question. Define nominal and real GNP. Nominal GNP, when GNP is measured at current price, then it is nominal GNP. When GNP measured at constant price, then it is real GNP. That what I have written: at current price, nominal; at constant price, real. 10th question is, what is GNP deflator? It is that is its formulas. The nominal GNP multiplied by 100 divided by real GNP, that is the formula of GNP deflator. But what actually GNP deflator is? It is a statistical tool used to measure the average level of prices of all goods and services that make up GNP, and that is a symbolical formula. Now 11th question is, what are items that are excluded from GNP? It means when we calculate GNP, what items should be excluded? First one is purely financial transactions should be included. Second is transfer of second hand or used goods because their value is already used in the previous year itself. Third is non-market good and services. Fourth is illegal activity. Fifth is value of leisures. These things should be excluded while calculating GNP. Next is explain component of factor income. Let's move on to our answer. Compensation of employees, rent, profit, interest, mixed income. These are the component of factor income. Whereas profit, what does it include? Dividend plus profit tax plus undistributed profit. That is, these are the component of factor income. Next is name 3 price indices which are used to calculate price variation. That is GDP or GNP deflator. Second is CPI, consumer price index. GDP deflator, CPI, consumer price index. Third is WPI, wholesale price index. So these are the 3 indices which are used to calculate price variation. Now we move on to question number 14. Complete the following aggregate related to national product. National income. Complete, you have to write it formula. National income, how do you get it? When NFIA added in domestic income. Here it is. Net factor income from abroad is added in domestic income, then we get national income. Move on to, no thank you, just move on to previous slide. Second is private income. How do we get it? Private income, here it is. When from national income, income of government sector plus all type of transfer. I'm going to repeat again. How do we calculate private income? Private income is when in national income, from national income, income of government sector should be deducted plus all type of transfer income should be added. Third is personal income. How do we get personal income? When in private income, corporate tax is minus as well as undistributed is should be deducted from private income, then we get personal income. Third is gross national disposable income. How do we get it? We get it when net indirect taxes plus depreciation plus net current transfer from rest of the world should be included in national income, then we get gross national disposable income that I have mentioned here. National income, net indirect taxes, depreciation plus net current transfer from rest of the world should be added, then we get gross national disposable income. Fifth one is net value added at factor cost. When from gross output, intermediate consumption, depreciation, net indirect tax should be deducted, then we get net value added at factor cost. I'm gonna scroll again. National income, here it is written. How do we calculate national income? This is the first one. Personal income, here this second one. Third, private income. Fourth is this gross disposal. Fifth is NFA at factor cost that I have mentioned here. Here it is. Now we move on to 15th question. How the following are treated in estimating national. Why we calculate national income? How we treat the following given below items. Just justify it. So how do we calculate it? First one is service of owner occupied houses. Whether it should be included or excluded, it should be included because imputed rent of owner occupied houses is included. We have read in when we studied income method of calculating national income. Second is sale of shares. It should not be included because it is just mere a financial transaction. Third is production of self-consumption. It is imputed because it is result of production activity. Fourth is old age pension. It not included because it is paid on account of old age, not for rendering productive service. Fifth is wealth tax, not included because it is a compulsory transfer payment. These are the answers which I have discussed. That's for today. In next lecture we talk about our second topic, that is money in banking. That's for today. Solve these questions, read this, pause it. If you want to write the answer, write it down in your notebook. Do read it again. Thank you.